Okay, so good afternoon. I'm here with Gugu Sidaki of Wealth Creed. And today we are going to be talking a little bit about introducing a initiative of the Financial Planning Institute, the Young Financial Planners Organization. And as a committee member, I'm going to just be having a chat with the Gugu just to look at her journey. So Gugu, welcome.
Thank you so much, David. Hello.
Hello. So your journey into financial planning started from the banking sector, moving to stockbroking, and then as a wealth manager. So tell me, why the shift to financial planning? What got you excited about being a financial planner?
Initially, there was no excitement. I think like with everyone who works in this industry, we kind of nudged or pushed into this career. And that's exactly what happened with me. My whole thing was I need to be a stockbroker. I want to be a stockbroker for a number of reasons. And I landed that role. And yeah, after a couple of years, it was okay. I stopped loving it. And luckily for me, one of my mentors actually noticed, and she sort of guided me towards this direction. And this is what I've been doing ever since.
That's brilliant. And yeah, you're right. I mean, many stories. And what's quite interesting in this process, we'll see some people are starting to choose financial planning as a career, but I think most of us were pushed into it, and we find a new love. So good to hear that story. So as you got into financial planning and moved from the stockbroking side, what then made you decide to pursue the CFP certification?
Again, with the certification, I was kind of told to do it in the beginning because of the business that I worked for, but it made sense in hindsight. That was actually a great thing to do because there are a lot of people who profess to be financial advisors out there, some very dodgy, and they give the industry a really bad name. So I think having this accreditation, this designation certifies that you are legit, you've got the necessary qualifications, you've got the necessary experience, and you do what's right for your clients. So it builds credibility with your intended target market.
Brilliant. So yeah, and I think that's the main thing is, how do you demonstrate trust? And having a designation is one way that you start to build that trust process and legitimacy with your clients.
Absolutely. And you need to kind of stay along that path because we go through a lot of checks, background checks. We need to certify every year that we are who we say we are. We aren't involved in any dodgy dealings. So it's not just a once-off thing, it's a continuous thing.
Yeah, and that's it. We know that financial planning itself is a continuous thing. It's not a once-off thing on that side. Then, last question. If I was sitting and considering a career in financial planning, what would be your advice and why should I consider a career in financial planning?
I think that firstly, there aren't enough young people in this industry. If you look at the demographics of the typical financial advisor in South Africa is very male and a lot older. So from that perspective, and when you look at the demographics of the country, of the population, you'll see that there's a bit of a mismatch. It doesn't necessarily mean that young people want to be advised by other young people, but I think it's healthy to have a good mix of the two. There aren't enough women because, gosh, I think 70% of the population of CFPs or of financial advisors are male. So I think we need more young people. We definitely need more women. And thirdly, I think when you look, again, the population of the country, it's predominantly female and predominantly Black. And I think it would be nice to get a bit of representation from the industry as well, so that it starts to look like the population. And finally, I think in hindsight, now that I know what I know about this industry and having worked in this industry for so long, I know that I'll never retire. And I think that's an incredibly, it's powerful, the fact that I can see myself doing this job into infinity and beyond. And I consider myself very privileged. So I can continue to do what I love for as long as I want to do it. So it's a lifestyle thing. It's a career thing. It really is. It's something that I think should be encouraged from a very young age. People should know about our industries. They know what the benefits of doing this work are and who we ultimately serve. And the final thing, sorry, I forgot actually. There are so many people who need our help. We really make a difference. I mean, the population versus the number of financial advisors available, that tells you that there's a lot of work, and there's a lot of work for all of us, and there'll continue to be a lot of work for all of us, because there are a lot of people out there who need the important work that we do.
That's brilliant, and I love that answer. So if I was to summarize this, it's financial planning is your second love, with your first love being stockbroking, but you really fell into it and enjoying what you're doing now. The CFP designation gives you that initial credibility that you need in it, and it really is. It's not a job; it's a vocation. It's something that you can do for the rest of your life if you want to. And the joy you get out of it is not only the financial benefits, but also being able to help other people. And we definitely need a more diverse sector. We need a more diverse profession so that we can reach out and we can help more people.
Absolutely.
Is it fair to say that?
Nicely summarized.
Brilliant. Then Gugu, again, I'm looking forward to the work that we're going to be doing through the YFPO. And having you on board on that committee, and looking forward to further conversations.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the chat.
Perfect. Thank you.